Rolling down the highway, tunes of days gone by, 50s through the 80s where the heart still flies. So come along, friend, there's more to explore. You're on the road with the Grand Tour.
Hello everyone, welcome to On the Road with the Grand Tour. I'm Phil Bridges, and this program is designed to give you a little background into the members of the Grand Tour. And with me today on our first episode is Danny MacNevin, the lead guitar player for the Grand Tour. And Danny, thanks for joining me.
Oh, no, thank you.
We are at the DeKalb Performing Arts Center getting ready for the show here tonight that has been sold out since November. A great venue, Danny, and last year a great crowd. We're looking forward to tonight's.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Okay, I've got a few questions for you that we can let our fans know about you. First of all, what do you play in the show?
Lead guitar and some acoustic the odd time.
And the brands of the guitar are acoustic, and what's the other one?
I use Fenders and Gibsons. Yeah.
Right on. Okay, how did you fall in love with classic country music?
Oh, well, I grew up around it. That's all my mom had, my dad, and we had, all that stuff. And then we get into, the truck driving classics and stuff because my dad drove truck and stuff. Yeah, so I've born and raised around it.
And Danny, you are also one of the co-founders of the Grand Tour with
That's
Joy
right.
MacArthur, and we have 1 year under our belt, really, of taking the show off the island. And 2025 was a pretty fun year.
It was exciting. It took off much faster than we ever thought. So yeah, we were pretty surprised.
And we're looking forward to some great shows here in 2026 as well.
Can't wait. We have added some new tunes for this year, and we're looking forward to bringing it to people.
And I was going to ask you that you have added some new songs.
Yep.
Is there maybe one song you want to share with the fans that they can expect to hear this year that they wouldn't have last year?
Let's say, well, I'll give them a little hint. So this guy was kind of like the grandfather's grandfather of country music, and he was a big inspiration for Merle Haggard. We'll put it that way. So if anybody can find out who Merle Haggard's big inspiration was, we're doing one of his tunes. We've added that to the. Well, I'm not going to tell you what it is though, because it's a great tune.
Right on. Now I remember you and I having a conversation. I believe it was November 7th at the Imperial Theater. You told me the next day was going to be your birthday.
That's right.
I'm not going to say how old you are because they'll be able to do the math when I say that you told me that your first gig was when you were 15 years old.
That's right.
And that was going to be 40 years
of
gigging now. So do you remember what that show was when you were 15 years old?
My very first show I ever played? Gosh, I don't know. I think it might have been at the French Club in Summerside.
Okay.
Yeah, at the French Social Club. Yeah, that's a long time ago.
You didn't have to be 18 to be.
No, actually, my mom and dad had to come down. We got a special permit made at the Liquor Commission in Charlottetown, and actually, the Ellis family was the guys that got that all put in place.
Right on.
Yeah, because they had started a bit before me, and they were young, so they had to get that. Yeah.
Right on. So 40 years, obviously you've done it all, and you've recorded, I believe, in Nashville.
Yep.
Is there a highlight though? Can you pick one, not counting the Grand Tour, of course, over those 40 years that really sticks out in your mind?
Not well. There's a few. Like, I mean, we got to share the stage with. When I played with Randy J. Martin, we got to share the stage with some pretty big artists back in the day. And also I played with Maxine McLeod. We got to play on the ECMA award show, different things like that. Some big venues that we played over the years. But yeah, I can't really narrow it down to one. I enjoy them all.
Right on.
Yeah.
And you can tell that when you see the show and see Danny on stage. Yeah. Obviously, Danny, you've been very busy over those 40 years. And right now you live in Summerside with your partner, Stacy. And obviously, with the amount of time you put into music, she's very supportive.
Yeah, absolutely. She loves it.
And she's here. The Grand Tour really has become a family because she's here on the road.
She's here all the time.
Out at the merch.
She helps at the merch, and she even encourages me to buy new instruments.
And does she play the bass?
Yes, she does. Yeah, she's learning to play. Yeah, she's.
And how many basses does she own?
She's got 3. Yeah.
Right on. Anyways, thanks very much for joining me
No,
here.
thank you.
Just getting ready for another show. Folks, if you want to find out when the Grand Tour is coming to a venue in your community, visit our website, www.thegrandtour.ca. Click on shows. We'd love to see you, and I know you'd love the show. Thanks again. Danny MacNevin, lead guitar for the Grand Tour.
Bye.
So come along.